This is West Ham Unofficial. Come on, your Irons. This is West Ham Unofficial and a big talk about football series or season 2, episode 2. The reason I've got me loving it there, going getting, is because this is James. It's the first ever a big talk about football with West Ham top of the league.
I know, mate. I know. 15 years ago, I think it was, last time we could enjoy saying that we was top of the league.
And I was -1.
You weren't even thought about, mate. You weren't even thought about it.
No.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, it's only another 15 years so we can talk about being top of the league again.
Oh, definitely. Let's do this in the chat. Firstly, I'd like to say a huge thank you to Darren, who's become part of the West Ham Unofficial Ultimate Supporters Members Club. Thank you very much, Darren. That's greatly appreciated. Gaza, of course, is in the building. Not in Jake's lifetime. Just while we're on thank yous, I'd like to say huge thanks to Kent as well, who shared my stuff on Facebook. Greatly appreciated, Kent. Thank you very much. Of course, you comment and you share the stuff, and it means a lot. But last time we spoke was about, what time did we speak? About 4 o'clock, James?
It was, mate, yeah. Of a new signing in the house.
Manic day.
It's not over yet. I'm expecting 2 more, mate. You know what I mean? So we will see. But it's a great signing.
Definitely. Let's see who else is in the chat. Tony's in as well. Tony, hope you are well. Do we want Arsenal to pinch a point to keep us top? Do we?
Nah, not for me.
Nah, we can do it ourselves. I don't want Arsenal to get any points. I want to get relegated. I'd love to see that. I would love to see that. Just while we wait for a couple of guests, James, I like target. There's currently only 8 people watching, but it'll go up. It'll go up as the show. 10 people watching. See, it's going up. What's our like target today, James?
We'll start off at 35, and once we hit that target, we'll double it to 70. And then if we can hit that target before the end of the show, it's 140 likes. You know what I mean?
James said before, I'm doubling it. Every time I'm doubling it.
Double your money, try to get rich.
Could you imagine if we did a deadline day stream between whatever time we do at 4 or 5, when something happens on Tuesday, and then we sign, and then it goes up to about 100 likes, and you say, right, we want 200 likes now.
That's it.
Possible. Max, are we getting Zoom? Well, it looks like it. I'll get slightly worried if we don't get the official announcement by midday tomorrow, to be honest with you. But we've had the AOK from the main man, Romano himself. So we'll see. Well. What a day, Robert. What a day. Give us your thoughts. Zoom it in the bag. Indeed. In terms of, we'll come on to we will come on to the West Ham Jazz later on, James. But in the world of football, lots is going on. We've seen the Mbappe saga, 170 million, and they're supposed to be skint.
Yeah, I know, mate. But it ain't just that. You got the Ronaldo thing. Ronaldo possibly going to Manchester City. And that is, dear. I think he might just ruin his legendary status at Manchester United if he goes there. But the Mbappe one, I knew a week ago that something was going to happen. I was talking to Brownie, and he turned around and said that he's looking to buy an house in Madrid. And let's be honest, when you're a football player and you're going to a different country and buying an house there, it's very odd. Right? Do you know what I mean? And now I think Real Madrid are going to try and get their man. And what it is with PSG, He's in the final year of his contract, and he could go for free next year. So I think 170 million is good business, really. He's class.
Yeah, definitely. Let's take some comments before we get our first guest on. Right, a new game, James. I told you about it before, but I'm going to tell you about it again. New game throughout all of the weeks. We're going to try and see if there's anybody's football club above West Ham in the league. It's impossible this week, but we're still going. We're still going to ask it, prompt it as the first question to our guests. And I can already see our first guest smiling away at that down there. Mad Max says, what time are you streaming Europa League draws? So there's been a bit of confusion. The draw's at 12 o'clock English time. So me and James will be live tomorrow at 11:45. I better get out of bed early and do some research about this draw. Write all the numbers down and do all that jazz. But me and James will be live. The best place to watch the draw is here on West Ham Unofficial, 11:45. Hit the notification bell so you will be notified when we go live. Evening, I can't ask you at the moment, Jake. I know. I thought of you when me and James came up with the idea about asking if anybody's above us. Let's take some more comments. Tufty TV, Tufty Football TV. Don't know, well, Tufty.
Let's ask Tufty. Let's ask Tufty in the comments below. How's Newcastle getting on?
Kent says.
We'll move on.
Yeah, we will. I'm happy to. Kent says. I'm happy. You're a good lad trying to do good things and deserve people's support and help. Thanks, Kent. Thank you very much. Robert says, well, if it's young football content dominated lads. So you had quite a couple of attempts at that, didn't you? Right then, so let's get our first guest on. Richard, who is a Liverpool fan. First question, are you above West Ham in the league?
No. Sadly not.
How are you? You okay?
Yeah, good. Thanks. Yourself?
Not too bad at all. Let's get on in with it then. Of course, you're a Liverpool fan. You take on the European champions, Chelsea, on Saturday. How are you feeling? Confident, nervous? What's your thoughts?
We're home. We've got Van Dijk, Salah, Firmino, and Mane have scored so far this season, so that's good, and obviously Jota as well. So yeah, no, I think it'd be good, and Henson's back in the midfield. I think that makes a hell of a difference. A big one for us will be Fabinho. Obviously, he didn't play last week because of his father's passing. So yeah, don't know if he's in contention for this weekend, but I fancy our chances. Yeah, I do. But yeah, Chelsea are tough nut to crack.
Oh, definitely. James, do you think the Liverpool might be up there even more this season if they don't have another injury catastrophe? Because that really did do them last season.
They finished third last year and they had no defence. That's what people keep forgetting. And Liverpool are a well-oiled machine. The only problem with Liverpool that I see is if their front three don't score, where do the goals come from? And that has always been the same thing. Their midfield don't really contribute to many goals, if any, and that's it basically. So, obviously having Van Dijk back there, you got one of the best players in the world at centre half. They've got a couple of good strikers or world-class strikers up front. Will Liverpool challenge this year is another thing. I think they will, but I think they're short. I think they need a midfielder who can maybe nick a few goals this year and not rely on the front three. And then saying that, you've got Jota there who could come in. Who's a good player and also, so yeah, it'd be interesting. To see how Liverpool get on.
Yeah, I think that the difference for us, like with Van Dijk, is they're just like crossfield ball he produces, like to Harvey Elliott, like he did. Those crossfield balls that he was doing previously, just they're on the money, aren't they? Each time he does them. So
yeah, I agree.
Does Craig Dawson do that for West Ham?
We don't need Craig Dawson to do that, mate. We've got Cathal.
We've now probably got the best backup centre back in the whole league. No debate in that. We've got big Craig Dawson, who's pretty gutted tonight, to be honest, that we've signed Zouma. That he's probably going to be left out, but he's still smiling.
Yeah, actually.
There he is.
Has he signed for you guys then? Has it? I saw that the deal's done.
It's been confirmed from Fabrizio Romano, but we haven't had official confirmation yet. hoping that's either going to come tonight on the show. James has put in a request that it comes at the West Ham part of the show tonight. So
yes.
hopefully. We got another new member, Sharky, as well. Thank you very much, Sharky. Greatly appreciated. He's James. He's joined you in the Legends Club. Can you believe that? Sharky is a legend member. Cheers, Sharky. Thank you very much. Indeed, let's take some comments. Liverpool at the Toffees. That's a bit harsh. Right, James, I want you to read this comment out from Tufty.
What's that? We are Curse. I am West Ham.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Darren, Jake, you're welcome. You come across very well and informative. Keep up the good work, Colin Rice. Yeah, thank you very much once again for becoming a member. Gary says, I can't find a weak link in our squad at the moment. Consistency is what we're about when we did last lose. Yeah, definitely. We'll come on to that later on in the West Ham part of the show, that is for sure. Right, then, let's get our next guest on. Spurs take on some Tacos team tonight. Richard, how are you?
Well, thank you, yourself.
Not too bad at all. You are 1-0 down playing Tacos, Pacos, whoever they are tonight. Can you see it being a bit more full strength, not your under 15s playing tonight?
I think we'll probably have one or two extras playing. Yeah, I think the game will be just get over the line.
Definitely. Right then, getting back on track. I just had to slide that in there. After tonight's game, you play Watford at the weekend. Are you confident for that?
Yeah, I think the way we started has been good. I mean, I watched that first match and thought, blimey, we started playing like we used to play. We were pressing, we were running, we were energetic. We were creating chances. We looked reasonably strong at the back. One or two good tackles in, from Tanganga particularly. And of course, we've signed this new striker called Kane that might be useful going forward.
Just while we're on Kane, what's your thoughts on the whole saga personally with him? One day he's in, one day he's out. Now he's finally confirmed he's staying. What's your thoughts on it, and are you glad to see him stay?
I'm pleased he's staying. He's a great striker. You'd have struggled to have replaced him. I think to some extent it was Sky trying to manufacture a sale right at the beginning. Levy was never going to accept anything less than what he was put a price on, and Levy has not got the basis of saying, I've got another 4 years of this guy. Why would I sell him for anything less?
Definitely. James, do you think with Spurs, do you think that the European Mickey Mouse Europa League Conference League, do you think, there's some tougher places? I mean, not the team, but going all over Europe to some quite obscure places. Do you think that will affect them like Europa League might affect us this season, James?
Could do. It could do. They've got they're in transition, Spurs. As a West Ham fan, I'm not the biggest fan of Spurs, but as a football fan, I can see transition now. I think Nuno's a good manager. I think he's going to be at a club now where they will bring in players to benefit him. At Wolves, I don't think he had the resources, but I think at Spurs he does. Obviously, the Thursday-Sunday thing is a major thing. It's a major issue. You're playing on a Thursday away somewhere out in Europe, Eastern Europe, and you got to travel all the way back, and then you might be away on the Sunday somewhere up north or wherever. And it takes its toll over the season. It might not take its toll right now, but it will do in November, December time. So, obviously Kane signed for them. He's still there. He's a major player for them, mate. And he scores you 25 goals a season, at least. And but it's transition for Spurs. It'd be interesting to see what the Spurs fan expectations are this year for Spurs.
Oh yeah, definitely. Question to you then: what are your expectations? That was actually my next question. What are your expectations for the season, Rich?
To do better than last season for a start, which isn't much of an expectation. I think we can push for that top 4. I think we'll be 4-5. It really depends whether we pick up the points in the games like the Watford games and people like that, where in the past we've given them away. We will struggle against some of the big teams. All right, we beat Manchester City. I'll say that again. We beat Manchester City. But, we will struggle against the Chelseas, the Liverpools, of this world, because they have got a better side, quite frankly.
Yeah, definitely. Rich, in terms of Liverpool coming to you, and put a comment here. He says Liverpool will miss Gini Wijnaldum from this season on. Would you agree?
Yeah, I thought he was exceptional at keeping hold of the ball. And also in tight situations, he'd get the ball, he'd shield it, and he'd press on. So yeah, he will be a missing link. There's talk that we may end up getting someone before the transfer ends. So yeah, and obviously Shaqiri's gone as well, and I'm surprised he's gone. I'm surprised no other Premiership club came in for him. Actually,
we were linked with him for a few days, but nothing wrong with that. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a wonderful left foot, but like everything, just can't stay fit. But yeah, for us, yeah, we will miss Gini, and if we can get another midfielder in, then that would help us for sure.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Gary, James, you want to know? Gary likes to put this comment in every single week. Yeah, that's it. Keep underestimating us like last season. James, where are we in the league? I keep forgetting.
Number 1, baby. Number 1. That's where we are in the league. It must pain every Spurs fan and all that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Enjoy it while it lasts.
Well, we will. Don't you worry. We will. Don't you worry at all. Right, let's bring Gary in. Gary, how are you?
Okay, thank you.
Not too good. Right then, Gary, we'll come straight to you. Did you take much notice, and did you care about beating? Well, not did you care, but did you did it fill you with any confidence beating West Brom's under-15s last night 6-0?
No, not at all. Not at all. It's immaterial of what's going on in the club. It's just pants at the moment, really.
Yeah. What's your thoughts? All of the Arsenal fan base I saw and I expected it. Aubameyang's back to his best, scored a hat-trick.
Well, two of the goals were rebounds from
tap-ins.
Were tap-ins. 2 of the goals were rebounds, so he was just in the right place at the right time. So, I mean, every striker that has a bit of a weak spell needs goals however they come, so they can get back on, in scoring form. But yeah, I think it's a small step, but in the bigger picture of everything, it's a very, very small step,
Yeah. Can you see, Gary, can you see the team getting this little bit of confidence and kicking on now, perhaps to at least put a decent performance in against City at the weekends?
They might put a decent performance in, but I don't think it's going to affect the result. I still think we're going to be 0 points after 3 games.
Yeah.
I sort of had a feeling that was going to be the situation before the season started, to be honest.
Yeah, definitely. Let's take some comments. AFTV are loving their views, that's for sure. Remember, Gary cooked you lunch on Tuesday. Gary, you did. That was a very nice steak baguette.
Yeah.
I can't lie. It was very nice. Final question to the Richards then. Came on the same show. You're on the same part of the screen all throughout the show. Richard, in terms of Liverpool, do you think that Liverpool need to make more transfers, do a bit more business before the end of the season? Before the end of the transfer window, sorry.
Yeah. I'd like another midfielder in for sure to replace Shaqiri and Gini. There's rumours about Sanchez, Renato Sanchez. He's good player. So yeah, no, be great if we can get him in. Main thing, if we don't win the league this season, as long as we're above United, then so be it.
Good old rivalries. And Richard, in terms of Spurs, the same question to you. Would you like to see more business done?
I suppose that very much depends on who leaves. I mean, the rumour is that Ndombele and Sissoko may well be on the way, and Aurier perhaps. Well, we could desperately do with a decent creative midfielder. You know, Luka Modric would be great to come back, but I don't think we'll see him. You know, and who is there out there realistically? You know, find somebody that's going to come in and make that difference. I suspect we won't spend huge amount. I think Levy will still try and hold on to his money, and unless we do sell, you know, Harry for mega bucks, I don't think we're spending lots of money going forward. It'll be loan signings or anything.
Loan signings. I think that's what many clubs are currently dealing with. Richard, thank you very much for coming on.
Thanks for having us.
Cheers. Bye-bye. Thank you. Right then, James, have you got anything you would like to ask Gary before we carry on?
What do you make of all the signings that you've signed, and how long is it before Arteta could go if results don't change?
The first three signings, they're all pretty young, so they need time. Odegaard sort of was probably the best of the signings. To me, I think Ben White, we've paid a bit too much for him, I think. But that's the way of the signings these days. You know, the prices are going up and up and up. I mean, if you look at Grealish being in the same price bracket as like Lewandowski and that. I know Lewandowski's old, but you know, Lokonga looks pretty handy. Jury's out on Tavares at the moment, but Ben White's had it difficult because the whole defence has been struggling, to be honest, and a couple of the times he was at fault, but he's not. The whole defence is a shambles at the moment. So, yeah. And then there was a rumour today that I've heard about a takeover as well. So, from some Arab consortium that owns billions of pounds, but whether that's comes to
we all know about takeovers.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen.
No.
So
no.
Just a question, Gary. Your fan base can't complain about how much money you've spent, but have they just spent it unwisely, and is that why the fan base are possibly a little bit agitated?
What the fans will argue is that we've spent like 150, 160 million. Whereas if you're contesting, you're spending we've spent that on 4 or 5 players, whereas other teams that are contesting are spending that on 2 players or 1 player. That's where it lies. We've made the signings that makes us a mid-table team.
So what is your what is your expectations, though, Gary?
Pardon?
What is your expectations for this year then? Now,
no better than the last 2 seasons, to be honest. If we do any better than we finished 8th in the last 2 seasons. If we do any better than 8th, it's an improvement in some form. But I can't see us, finishing any higher than 8th, to be honest.
Yeah.
Until we make some actual proper signings, I think we're going to struggle to get back into Europe, to be honest.
I agree.
And then we're going to probably end up losing Aubameyang then, and then we'll end up losing Lacazette. You know, all the best players will go, and then it spirals from there.
Yeah, I think Arsenal are now need to start a rebuilding process after the last couple of years, and I think it will take time. Let's bring our next guest on. Here he is, Josh. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Not too bad at all. Josh will be returning. A few people have asked, actually, Josh. You'll be glad to know. The Premier League Roundup show with Josh will be back next week. So subscribe and do all of that jazz. Right, I'm going to come straight to you then, Josh. Straight off the bat, you've got Brentford, a team in form, buzzing with life in the Premier League. You're confident going into that game at the weekend?
Yeah, a little bit, you know, but newly promoted teams always look good at the start, and they've kept 2 clean sheets in the first 2 games, haven't they? And look pretty decent, so it's going to be tough. They'll definitely be up for it. When we were in the Championship, we didn't have the best of records against Brentford, so it's not going to be easy. But hopefully we should get the job done. Good result against Newcastle last week. It was a struggle, I thought. We didn't play too well, but we got it done. But I think it'll be a tougher test than Newcastle, to be honest. They have some good attacking players. Front three of Canos and Buemo and Tony. It's going to be dangerous for us. They have a good young team. I think it's going to be difficult, but on paper, I think we're a better team, so hopefully we should win.
Yeah, I agree completely. Would you like to see Aston Villa splash a bit more cash before Tuesday for you?
If it was up to me, I definitely would, but I think Smith's already come out now and said that he's not going to make any more signings. He's happy with his team. I'd personally get a new midfielder, but I don't think we're going to get one now. I think the business is all done because the midfield just pick the same midfield every game and they need a rest, Louise and McGinn. I said on the last time I come on, my main signing this summer would be James Ward-Prowse. He's obviously now signed a new deal at Southampton, so he won't be going anywhere. But yeah, I definitely if it was up to me, I'd bring in a big, strong defensive midfielder who can intercept it, break up the play, play it forward. Just the complete midfielder, really. That's who I'd bring in. But I think he's happy with his squad now. We'll have to see what happens until January.
Yeah. Let's take some comments. We have had some hilarious comments in the past. Now it's the new Anton Deck on the left-hand side of the screen for me. I haven't heard that one yet. Have you, Josh?
Oh, no.
Let's take some comments quickly. Jake, Josh is as good as you. He is very, very good. Gaze says, I'm awaiting for my pizzas to turn up. Oh, what flavour? Come on, spill the beans. You've got to. You can't just leave it at the cliffhanger at that. Okay, so James got a question. The floor is yours.
What is your expectations for Aston Villa this season with the amount of money that you've spent from the sale of Jack Grealish?
Yeah, I think if we had Grealish, I think we'd definitely be going for Europe. But now, I think I'd definitely try and improve a bit on last season. Definitely top 10, maybe top 8. But I'll probably take mid-table again the next season, get into Europe and just keep building every year, really. But I'll probably take top 10. That'll be where I'm aiming for this season and keep building in January, next January. And hopefully we can get back to where we belong one day. But for this season, definitely mid-table.
Yeah. Gary's took a new attempt of trying to get you to come to West Ham. This year is gone. Josh, now you've lost your favourite player, time to join us.
No.
Gary, you've tried once again. You've tried it for a whole season and now you're trying again. I like it. Here's a question. Was Josh seen as a secret Everton fan?
Well, my granddad is an Everton fan, so sometimes he just takes me to the match just because I want to watch some football. I'm not an Everton fan. Don't think I'm an Everton fan. I'm always Villa through and through. But yeah, I was at Villa Park last weekend, but my granddad takes me sometimes because he has no other Everton fans to take him. So he takes me sometimes. But no, I'm a Villa fan.
Gary, coming to you in terms of improving your squad further, do you think that you will? And an area that I've noticed is perhaps bringing in a fullback. You look a little light and a little bit ragged, a little bit old in that area. If you had a little bit of money, where are you spending it, if you're spending it at all?
In defence, exactly where you said. Because got pushing forward on the right back, left back, and going into midfield, we're okay on the wings. But yeah, centre back, I think. I mean, if you look at the last couple of seasons, we tried to fill the void with David Luiz, and it sort of worked, but not. It's not long term, isn't it? Is it? So yeah.
Yeah.
For me, it's disappointing because being a lifelong Arsenal fan, I remember the days of when we were, hard to break down, and hence the 1-0 to the Arsenal. So yeah, it is disappointing.
Yeah. Let's take some more comments. Here we go. Then does Josh now think Jack Grealish is a diver?
I do.
You wouldn't have said that 2 months ago.
No, he's not. Well, he can be, but no, he's. Well,
God, he's turned on his favourite player.
How times have changed, eh? How times have changed.
Wow, how times changed. Just on that with Jack Grealish, do you think he's going to light things up at City this season?
Yeah, I think he scored against Norwich last weekend, didn't he? But I think anyone can score against Norwich. So I don't know. Tanganga had him in his back pocket against Spurs, didn't he? So I think it should work out for him. But yeah, I don't think he's going to be as important to them as he was for Villa, though, was he? Because that team is just full of stars, isn't it, really? But he doesn't. I don't think he needs to hold on to the ball as long at City and ask for the ball as much at City, because he'd get frustrated at Villa and go drop deep and ask for the ball and then try and take on the team. But I don't think he needs to do that now he's in such a good team, does he? So I think it'll be interesting how he gets on, but I think it should work out for him.
Yeah. Here we go. Here's Grandad's verdict. He'll always be a Villa fan, but he loves Villa and football in general. I love it when he comes to the match with me. All the grandchildren come with me, but none of them support Everton. That's Grandad's Josh's verdict there. Up the top is Grandad has taste in Everton. There you go. Got an Everton fan in the chat. Final question to both of you then. Gary, to you first. Which player this season do you think can light things up for Arsenal, because no one did last season?
For me, Saka probably, Tierney. If they have strong seasons and stay injury free, then yeah. Those two. What I want to know is, what are yours two's expectations now that your blood's rushed to your head and you're top of the league?
Ask James a question.
Well, first of all, it's amazing, like looking down on them small clubs. You know what I mean? But other than that, now listen. At the end of the day, David Moyes is building something with West Ham, and he's been doing it for the last sort of time he's been here. And he's just signed Zuma, who is a good defender in my opinion, and he's a solid defender. And it's been a long time coming, mate. I haven't seen this for a long, long time, the way West Ham are playing, and the way we took apart Leicester on Monday night. That's how I want to see West Ham playing. And my expectation this year is a good run in all the cups and a good league finish, because that's the standard that we should be setting there. But ideally, I'd like to win a trophy. And that's it's been 41 years since the last time West Ham won a trophy. So
would you take a trophy win over a Champions League place then?
100%.
Yeah.
Someone said to me right now, you're going to win the FA Cup. I would have that, because I think the time is coming where we're getting better and better, and we just need to be backed by our wonderful owners.
In Mark Noble's
sarcasm.
Yeah.
In Mark Noble's final game for West Ham United, him and Declan Rice will take one hand of a trophy each and lift that trophy up, lift the FA Cup as Spurs fans are crying, as the Big Six lovers are crying, as everybody is crying except West Ham fans in West Ham's FA Cup victory. But anyway, that's just a dream. Josh, to finish off, one player out of your new signings. Let's spice things up a bit. Which new signing are you most looking forward to seeing this season?
Well, first of all, can I just say I didn't know that you signed Kurt Zouma. That's a good signing for you. I knew you were linked with him, and that's a good signing for you. But yeah, as for our signings, we've made a lot, haven't we? So I'd probably I don't know. Probably Danny Ings. I was going to say Leon Bailey or Emi Buendia, but Danny Ings has got 2 in his first 2, and he nearly won the Golden Boot the other year, didn't he? He was in like the top 3 or 4. So I think for him to come to Villa, that's good. So I think hopefully he should get at least 10 or 15, at least 15. I hope this season for us, and just hopefully get us a good top 10 finish. But like you said, you want to go in the cup, have a good cup run. We got knocked out in the 3rd round of the FA Cup for the last 5 years on the bounce. So it's unlikely that we're gonna go far in the FA Cup, but hopefully we can. I would like to see a good cup run because in the league, I don't think we're going down. I don't think we're going to go get into Europe. So it's just going to be a mid-table club, I think, for this season. So I would want to have a good run in the cup. Obviously, in the Carabao Cup, we got drawn against Chelsea last night, so we're probably not going to go. You
got Chelsea,
now.
We got United away.
Yeah. We're probably not going to go too far enough, but hopefully the FA Cup.
Personally, I hope Buendia fails because you stole him off of us.
Yeah, I thought he'd go to Arsenal as well, but
you sound bitter, Gary. You sound bitter.
That was one of the possible signings that I was looking excited about, you know. But there you go.
That's football. Thank you very much, Josh and Guy, for coming on as always.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Thank
Take
you.
care.
Right then, so James, are you ready to talk about a top of the table big club?
Yeah, mate. Let's do this.
Before we do it, let's have a like check. 23 likes. Come on, there's 33 people watching. James, what have they got to do?
Like the channel, subscribe if you're new, share it, because we're aiming for 300k worth of subscribers by tonight.
Oh, there we go. Right, let's take some comments quickly before we get our guests on. We're saying FA Cup. Here we go. Kent speaks the facts. FA Cup over Champions League. Can't put 4th in the cabinet. FA Cup for me. I like this comment. J7 says, Jake, if Leicester can win the FA Cup, why can't West Ham? We beat them last season twice and just done it again. There we go. Right then. So let's get our West Ham fans on. Right there, first, Phil. Long time no see. How are you?
I'm very good, thank you. How are the pair of you doing?
Not too bad.
All good, mate. All good. I see that you met Mr.
Mikel
Beast Mode. I know. I had a little selfie with him. A picture of him. Talk us about it, Phil. Tell us about it.
Well, yeah, it was just another busy day at work for me, as it is in London. And there I was at the London Eye. I go out to the front of the boat and I see someone I recognise walking on board. I was like, "Oh, all right, Mikel." Fist bumped. As we set off, he's gone over to the bar with his kids. He wanted to buy a flapjack or something. And then I recommended something else for him to buy and said, like, what you should do with it. He was like, "Oh, yeah, that sounds good." and then he was like, he was going to pay, but it's we don't take cash. And he was like, and he had all these lovely notes in his wallet. I was like,
yeah, he did.
Sorry, I know. And he's like, "Oh, do you take Amex?" Like, yeah. Thinking you're on probably 60 grand a week or whatever it is, so you know. And then I just said, "Can I have a picture with you?" Really, I don't really like to bother famous people if I see them, but he's the exception.
Mikel Antonio, you've got to.
I know.
You've got to. Brilliant. That is brilliant. Right then, let's get our guest on. West Ham Online. How are you?
I'm very well. How about yourself?
Not too bad. Not too bad. So, are you happy that we're top of the league, West Ham Online?
No, I'm devastated. I wish we could be bottom again.
I know.
But no. Hopefully we keep it up against Palace, and I think that we will, to be honest.
Yeah, like to hear it. And we're also joined by Tom as well. Tom, how are you?
Evening, chaps. You all right?
Yeah, not too bad.
Nice to
not
see
too
you
bad.
guys again. Been a while.
It has. We're back. The Premier League
Yeah.
is back.
on.
Right, James, we've got a congregation tonight.
I know. See, when you're top of the league, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everyone wants to come on.
Amazing.
Everyone.
It's
Yeah, it's
amazing
right.
time for this club.
It is. It is. We will start with the. Shall we start with the Leicester game or the Carabao Cup? We'll start with the Leicester game. Phil, we'll start with you. Have you seen West Ham play better than that?
Not in a while. I mean, obviously last season we had a lot of really good performances, but when I was watching the game on Monday, I was like, I don't know, I was just really pleased to watch a solid 90-minute performance. And the fact, top of the league at the end of it, it was tops it all off, really, doesn't it? It was just great from start to finish. Obviously, Antonio, my new best mate, breaking that record.
Yeah.
Are you sure it weren't the cardboard cutout that you was with?
Yeah.
That's what Beach does. That's what Beach does.
Go on, Phil.
There we go. West Ham Online. I think you were there, weren't you, West Ham Online?
Yeah, I was there. Yeah.
How good was it in there? Did it feel like West Ham's home?
I think that it was brilliant, to be honest. I really liked it. The atmosphere beforehand was probably the best that I've experienced of it. And I just thought it was brilliant. The performance was obviously good. You do have to take into consideration that Leicester had 10 men, so it's a bit of a one-off game. But even up until they got the red card, I thought we were doing very well. And yeah, we just looked really promising. It's a game I really don't want to look into too much in terms of how to evaluate us as a team, because 10 men, when you're playing against 10 men, it's always different, And I think Leicester didn't deal with it very well. I thought that they were trying to pass out the back when they had 10 men, and obviously you saw with what happened to Söyüncü, who defended like a cabbage all game, and we just ran over him.
Yeah, he struggled, didn't
It didn't take long for you to get one of your annual, not annual, but weekly jokes net. It's usually about Gemma Collins, but it's about cabbages this week.
Yeah.
Just slide it in as you always do. Tom, what was your favourite part of the performance on Monday night?
Favourite part, mate. Say Benrahma scoring that goal, I reckon, mate, for me. Just brilliant to see, James, wasn't it? Yeah, I really enjoyed everything about it, but Benrahma getting that goal was quality, wasn't it? And it's a good, lovely pass from Antonio, did really well, and that was probably a favourite part for me, mate. That was the second goal, wasn't it, Benrahma's, and that was just brilliant, 2-0. Bit of space there, wasn't it? I just want to ask West Ham Online, how was he feeling after his second jab, was it? I just went on Twitter before I came on, I've seen his little tweet.
Oh yeah, I'm not feeling well. It didn't go well. I didn't react to it well at all.
Sorry, mate.
You'll be right. Don't worry. Right then, in typical West Ham fashion, we draw a big club in the Carabao Cup. One thing I did laugh at is I saw it in the morning. They spelt their own name wrong in their broadcast.
Oh, that was embarrassing. The Carabao Cup, awful. Somebody needs to make it the Kellogg's Cup next year.
Yeah, I agree. It's got to be changed. It's just an annoying game, annoying name. But James, did you expect anyone different but Man United away?
Couldn't believe it, mate. Could not believe that they come out, and we played him in twice in 4 days, I think it is, which is unbelievable. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what? I'd just play the kids up there, and I know it's a game that and people say, well, we've got to go in for these cups, want to win a cup, but I think this is a sort of game we might need to let go, because it's going to be tough, mate. We're going to play them on the Sunday at London Stadium, and then on the Wednesday we're at Old Trafford, and it's just I don't think Man United are going to take it as serious either. So it's going to be the battle of the kids, and we're going to see which kids are better. And it'd be interesting to see a few of the new lads, Oko Flex in action, Baptiste, and let's see if they can all live up to the hype that everyone seems to put them in. And if they do play, then we will see what happens. But yeah, but Arsenal go and get, was it Wimbledon? And other teams, Tottenham have got Wolves, I think it is. And we end up getting Man United away. So yeah, I couldn't believe it, mate. Couldn't believe it.
I know. Phil, would you go? Would you try and go all out if it's possible, or would you give the kids an opportunity, like James said?
Yeah, I'll probably go out with the kids. It's going to be a lot of games. Obviously, we know. Obviously, I'd love to go and win it. It's a trophy, but I won't be too disappointed, really. As long as we give it a go, that's all that matters. It's a one-off game. Just go for it. It'd be nice to see Oko Flex and some of the others get a run out. Areola in goal, more than likely be in goal for that one. So, just like I say, go with the kids, see how it goes. If we win, we win. If we don't, we don't.
Yeah. West Ham United, is that the attitude to go in with it, or is it like, it's a cup, let's just go for it, why not? Or is there better priorities for you?
If we didn't have Europa League, my answer might be a bit different, but we do. We have Europa League, Premier League, obviously the FA Cup to come. Just put the under-8s out, honestly. 2 days after we play them. I don't want our players to get injured for a needless game in the Carabao Cup, which Man City will end up winning anyway.
Yeah.
So no chance for me. They literally put the under-8s out.
not quite the under-8s, actually, but
18s probably.
Yeah, something like that. Tom, would you see it as a good opportunity for the under-23s, or let's just say the young lads to go and?
Mate, it'd be a great opportunity for them, mate. But to be fair, some of them might be in our squad by then, mate, with a few injuries. I'm just obviously still worried about the squad depth that we've got. So yeah, I mean, there's no chance we can play a strong team, surely. It's crazy, isn't it? We've got Europa League on the Thursday, haven't we? Then United on the Sunday at home, isn't it? And then we'll be playing Wednesday, I guess, will we? Is it Wednesday we'll be playing? We don't know yet, I guess. So I mean, Wednesday. What kind of I mean, I think you've got to write it off already, basically, haven't you?
Yeah. The reality of it is we're going to be doing this quite a lot. We're looking at it and think, oh Christ, that's 7 games, 3 games in a week. We're going to be doing it quite a lot over the winter period. Not only is
a big squad, mate.
That's why that is why you need a big squad. You've got the Christmas schedule, which is bad enough as it is, and then you've got Europa League added into it. It is going to be difficult this way. We've got to sign players, but hopefully we're going to have an active transfer window. Deadline day. Pablo Fornal, let's have a little chat about him. Called up to the Spain squad today. James, is this his season alongside Benrahma? And what do you think about him being called up to the highly talented Spain squad?
Well, if he's being called up, he's obviously doing something right. On Monday night, he was man of the match for me. I'm not, as I keep saying, I'm not Fornal's biggest fan. And last season, the old debate was Benrahma, Fornals, they both need to contribute to goals and assists. And this season, they have, both of them. So that's what I want to see, mate. I want to see, he's hard working, he gets stuck in, but I want to see him score some goals and make some goals. And the same thing with Benrahma. If Benrahma doesn't do that, I'll be the first one out of thousands of people to say he ain't performing. But he is, and so is Fornals. And yeah, it's well deserved, mate. He's done well for us, Fornals, and to get in the Spain squad, you've got to be quite decent. And he's been brilliant.
Yeah. Just come back to the kids quickly. This is what Jay Wood said for the cup against United. Play Areola, Fredericks, Baptiste, Dawson, Masuaku, Noble, Coventry, Oko Flex, Lanzini, Yarmolenko, and Odebeko up top. Yeah, that's probably the gist I'd take with it. Pablo Fornals, back to that though, Phil. How excited are you for his season ahead? And good luck to him going off to sunny Spain to get out of rainy England for the international break.
Yeah, it would be good for him. He gets a couple of caps there for Spain. Well deserved. I think there'll be a lot of good things about him this season. I like bits and pieces that we did last season, but it'd be nice for him to get a few more contributions with goals and assists. He's a hard worker. I do like him as a good player. So, yeah, hopefully we see a lot more of him this season. I think he's well and truly cemented his place in the first team.
Yeah, definitely. West Ham online, he's just added that attacking part to his game that I thought he missed last season.
Yeah. He's really started to get some more contributions. Obviously, he scored 2 on the final game of the season. He scored against Atalanta in pre-season. Okay, it was the luckiest goal of all time, but he scored. And then he got an assist against Newcastle and obviously scored against Leicester. I do still think Fornals is... I still think his shooting is terrible, I'll be honest. He seems to slip over every time he shoots. And if he's going to score any goals, they've got to be tap-ins. But, yeah, I do think he's a good player. I think he's improving. I don't know if he'll ever have that real, I don't think he'll ever have a 10-goal a season in him because of how bad his shooting is. Like, he's literally on the slip and slides when he shoots. But he is a good player, and I'm happy he's in the Spain squad.
Maybe this is what they've been working on in the summer. Perhaps the pack room stuff, getting his shooter. Well, they must have been working on that with him. Tom, just before we move on, Pablo Fornals, he's really, really coming into his own, and it's only 2 games into the season.
Mate, he's had a great start, and he's been absolute quality in both games. Yeah, it's great decision from Moyes. I think they put him in at number 10 against Leicester. I think he worked so hard at the front there, closed the space down, and he did a great job for us, and And that finish, mate, the left foot. He loves a little side foot, little half volley or volley, little finish, doesn't he?
Did that against Liverpool, didn't he?
Yeah, it was a really nice finish, wasn't it, mate?
Yeah, well,
so yeah, glad for him. Yeah, the Wolves one, that was a lovely finish last season. So yeah, happy for him, mate. Deserves it. All the best for him. Like him.
Definitely. A little shameless plug again. The Football Content Awards are in the final. James knows I'm off to the what hotel? Can you remember what it is, James?
Well done, mate.
The Royal Lancaster, is it? The Royal Lancaster, is it?
It is. It is.
It's
good luck, mate.
He's going suited and booted. Like, you know what I mean? Let's go.
Good on you.
I'm in the Football Content Awards final. If you don't know, you can click the link here to vote. Young content creator Jake Cox, and then go to the bottom and click vote now. Would anybody like to say one sentence to convince the people watching that they should vote?
Class.
I'll do one if you want.
Oh, go on
Class
then.
act.
Make it a song if you insist, that's how long, because I know your songs or your chants, whatever.
Obviously, Jake is a brilliant content creator. Not only does he do stuff involving West Ham, he gets the other lads involved. You saw earlier he had that young Aston Villa fan on. He gives everyone an opportunity, and now it's time for us to give back to him. I feel like he needs more trophies than Tottenham, and West Ham need to finally win a trophy. So I feel like this is your time to shine. And if you haven't voted him, what are you doing? Get over to it. Put your votes in. Because we can't be seeing that Jake. Well, I can't remember what the other guy was. Super Ollie YouTube who just gets everyone autographs. That's his content. Get that out. Get Jake in. Forget the autographs.
Thank you very much. I like the little Spurs trophies, but I knew something was coming. You always make something. We are massive. Just put that in there, Lee, just to confirm. I like it. We are massive. Right then, let's move on. Should we talk about a certain Kurt Zuma? Anybody heard of him? Maybe. Who is that? Yeah. James came on the show earlier, so James, I will round off with you. So I'll start with Phil. What's your thoughts? 25 million quid. We've had the OK from Fabrizio Romano. Just a matter of time, hopefully, before it gets announced.
Yeah, well, been waiting a while to actually have a proper signing, haven't we? Nothing's ever done straight at the start of the transfer window with us, is it? He's a good player. He's been around for a while. I didn't realise he's only 26 as well. So
yeah.
We could have him for a good 6, 7, 8 years, even if he's good and he likes his time here. I think I don't know if he'll be one of the highest paid players at the club, but as long
I think
as
it's
he
about
performs.
85k. I think it's about 85k,
85.
which is like
Okay.
mid to high range for us, really.
Yeah, not over the top really that much, I think.
Nah,
But
all right.
yeah, but as long as he, plays at the top of his game, we get behind him and then he'll love us, hopefully. It'll be a good defender for us for quite a while. But I don't know who he's going to be partnering when he gets into the first team.
James, I'll put this to you. Ogbonna, Dawson, Diop, back three, back four. What are we going for you?
Not a back three for me. Not a back three. It's got to be a back four. I think Ogbonna is the man that will partner him. I think Dawson comes out. It's good. It's a good signing. But I think Ogbonna and Zuma will be a good pairing. You got an experienced Italian there who, let's be honest, as they get older, they get better. Do you know what I mean? And you got Zuma, who's got the pace and the athletic ability to get back. So yeah, it's a great signing in my opinion, and it's much needed. Very much needed.
Definitely. West Ham Online, I can tell you've been waiting, refreshing all day for this because you've been. I go on Instagram and you're the first one talking about Kurt Zouma. You're the first one there. This person said this. Are you excited about Kurt Zouma, West Ham Online?
I am, but I can't sit here and lie because I'll get caught out eventually. At first, I wasn't a huge advocate for getting Kurt Zouma because at the time I wanted Milenkovic and I felt that Zouma was overpriced compared to Milenkovic. And I also felt that the wages he was demanding were overpriced. Obviously, it was 125k, which was quoted. And he's changed his wage demands. They've come down. Obviously, we aren't getting Milenkovic. And I've sort of just had some time to think, and I think that Kurt Zouma is a massive upgrade on what we've got. I feel like Craig Dawson does have a mistake in him, despite how good he can be. He can also be...
Who's that? Is that him? Is that him?
Come on, mate.
Yeah, despite how good he can be, I would be lying if I told you that I think he's a top half Premier League centre back. I'm just going to put it out there. Kurt Zouma, I think, is. And although I do think he has the concentration of a dead duck at times, I feel like he's got the attributes that we need in terms of pace, aerial ability, and he's decent enough on the ball. So, yeah, I'm happy to get him in. But now let's not dwell on it. Let's go and get a striker and an attacking midfielder.
Concentration of a dead duck sounds at times
see,
like a little bit like a certain. It's a Diop. I'm going to get slated for that. But
Yeah,
that's what I think.
that's his weakness. If you go back and watch West Brom 5-2 Chelsea, you'll see where his weaknesses are.
Yeah. Tom, Kurt Zouma to finish off. Happy?
Oh, mate, very happy, mate. I think that's a real top signing, mate. When I first seen we were linked with him, mate, I was like, yeah, that's the one we could really do with, mate. If you slot in there perfectly, mate. But James had that athleticism, that's a pace that he's got that some of our defenders lack. I think it's an absolute great signing for him, mate, for us. And to be honest, a bit surprised he was obviously willing to come to us, to be honest, with the trophies and that he's won. So, yeah, really happy about that, mate. Obviously, perhaps this Europa League tour has helped us attract a few good players, hopefully. So, yeah, first signing, mate, it's taken a long time, hasn't it? Taken a long time coming, but hopefully it's going to be done later, hopefully. And, we can enjoy having him, mate, because, I really rate him, mate, as a centre-back, and I think it's just exactly what we need, mate. And, really happy. We're hopefully going to get this one over the line. And like West Ham Online said, now it's got to follow. There's not long left, is there? We need at least a couple more in, but I reckon, seriously, mate, we're going to get one more player in now. One more, I think that'll be it.
Yeah. I just hope that James's plea to get this done by the end of the week, talk about football tonight, actually happens, because I know a lot of people will. I won't be. I'll be well long gone in bed, but a lot of people will be waiting up until midnight for the announcement, and then X will tell them to go to bed, and then they go to bed, and then they'll do it all again tomorrow.
Yeah, I think it's tomorrow now. Tomorrow now. Or the next day. You never know. It'll probably be next month.
I'll say that. Price thanks for the hat. Thank you very much, West Ham. He's one of our own. Thank you very much. James, just get off the tube at Lancaster Gate, Jake, and make your way onto the podium. I'm not sure. Me and James had a discussion about our arch rival in this earlier on. James wasn't too happy.
Nah, mate. 300,000 subscribers and all that. Mate, I'm going on Twitter in a minute, mate, and I am posting it everywhere. Trust me, you watch me.
Yes. Here we go. Fresh fielder. Don't go to bed, DG. Fresh said. Words and pictures as well. Words and pictures. Hope you are well. Massive Fitness. I think Ogbonna will partner him, and then long term, I think Diop and Zuma could be a good partnership. Speaking of Issa Diop, of course, West Ham fans on Twitter exaggerated what X said today. X said a few clubs have inquired about Issa Diop. A few people took that a bit further. Paul James on his way out. Not quite yet, I don't think. But if I spoke to James about this earlier on the show we did about Kurt Zuma. Phil, to you first. What would be your bottom benchmark if a club came in for Issa Diop? What would be the least that you'd even consider?
It's hard to say in today's market. But how much did we pay for him?
25.
25, is it?
Yeah.
How many years left on his contract? Does anyone know? Diop's now?
I think it's 2 or 3.
That's it. Saves me looking.
I'm gonna go, I don't know, maybe 30 million.
Yeah, somewhere.
That's just bottom.
Somewhere around there. I know West Ham Online, you're with me. You're not his biggest fan, but what would you take for him?
Yeah, I always say this is a bit ironic because obviously he followed me, and I tell him he does well in the DMs, but in private.
And he likes honey in it. Does he like honey or something? That's it. Yeah.
He is a bit weird, but I feel like he's a nice guy. I feel like he's good in the dressing room. Unfortunately, he's just a bit of a crap defender, and I would probably take about 20 million for Issa, if I'm honest. I feel like he's not progressed since we got him. I felt like the first season he looked quite good and promising, but then we should have took the 50 million that United were going to pay.
Oh, yeah.
He is about as clumsy as a giraffe on roller skates at times.
There he goes again.
But do you feel though that we should loan him out? Like we did, like what Jesse Lingard done for us for Manchester United. You sure that it ain't a bad shout to loan him out for the season in the Premier League? Somewhere like a Brighton, Palace, Wolves, somewhere like that, and see how he gets on. If he does great for them, then the value of him will go up. If he does if he does amazing, we might not even have to buy another defender. Just want to hear your thoughts.
I see what you're saying. I just feel like we're in a position where we need the squad depth. So for me, it's either sell him now or keep him because we don't have time to wait. Because if, say, Dawson gets injured, then our backup to Ogbonna and Zuma will be Baptiste, who's only came out the womb just now. So we can't really have him.
Tom, your thoughts on selling Issa Diop? Here's the question to you then. Do you think it's wise?
Sell him now, mate. No. I think we should keep him for now, mate. I agree with West Ham on about 20 million value, perhaps 20. Yeah, I don't mind him, mate. I don't like the guy said. I don't think he's progressed a lot, but he doesn't seem to make a lot of noises about being annoyed. Being on the bench a lot. Because let's be honest, he spent a lot of time on the bench the last couple of years. But when he comes in, he does a job. I don't mind him, mate, to be honest. And if he's happy to stay as a squad player, then we could do a lot worse. But it's a bit late to sell him now, I'd say, mate.
Yeah, we are going to try and give live updates on the game against Spurs, get beat against Tacos to the Pacos tonight. But it's not even that important. It's not even on the home Google page. I'll go into a website to try and find that's how unimportant the European Conference League is. I still think it's 1-0. Oh, no. Oh, Kane scored. What a surprise.
Oh, bugger.
And, oh, my God, I can't believe that either. And the Spurs fans are singing Harry Kane, he's one of our own.
Yeah, never seen that all season, won't they?
He won't be next year. Yeah, so it's currently 1-1. Come on, Pacos to the tacos. Let's. Oh, West Ham Online's gone. He was
gone on.
absolutely outraged.
He's
That I
done.
didn't even see it because I was on the other window. He's absolutely outraged that tacos to the Pacos are losing at Spurs. But one thing I do want to touch on as well was the England squad that came out today. Of course, our man Declan Rice is in the squad. But I completely forgot what I was going to say. I was reading what West Ham
Jesse
Online.
Lingard.
Jesse Lingard, that's
Jesse's
what.
made it. Yeah.
England squad. Jesse Lingard has made it. Me and James talked about earlier. Phil, I'm going to come to you first. We made it earlier on, and do you think this is a reason why he could be coming to West Ham as well, Phil? You know, because he's in the England squad for a reason, and he's not going to get game time at United, is he?
Yeah, that's true. But I still wonder why he was never picked for the Euros. You know, for the great form he did with us last season. But you know, better late than never. You know, it's good to see him back in the England squad again. I reckon if we do sign him again, like permanently, then yeah, he'll get back in that England squad more full time. I reckon. Let's see if he actually plays though. That's the thing.
Yeah, definitely. Right then, we've made a quick substitution here. West Ham Online has gone. Guess who's joined us all the way from sunny Canada? Who is it, James?
It's the mayor
It's
of
Peach,
Toronto.
is it?
It's the mayor of Toronto. Look, there he is.
There he is. In a car park there.
I like that, guy.
Peachy.
We got Tamara Somerset up in the building. Tamara Blood Clot Dagenham up in the building. Tamara Serrano up in the building. Yo, it's over, man. It's over.
And we've got
This
the
is-
mayor. Hang on. We've got the mayor of the River Thames.
We're
here
mayor of the River Thames. Pick your blood clot stuff up, Phil. Mr. Yo, you know what it's still cutout cardboard cutout. Still ain't cardboard cutout, guys. Yo, that must have been mad meeting Antonio, dog. He's a nice bloke, right? Yeah.
Very friendly guy he was.
Yeah.
I can imagine, mate.
Peach,
Yeah, must be
Peach,
great to meet him.
Yeah.
Peach, it's really hot over there. Is that the reason you've rolled your trousers up?
It is boiling. I'm sweating, dog. Hey, Russ. Russ. I said Russ because
Russ.
what sweet does Peach have? What sweet does Peach have, dog? I'm
I
like
don't know all
showing
the
you, dog.
Canadian rubbish.
I'm
I don't know all
showing you,
that
dog.
Canadian stuff.
I'm showing you,
Go
dog.
on, show us, Peach. What is it?
No, 3 guesses, dog. 3 guesses. You get
Is
it in
it
England, dog. You get it in England, and it's a special one, dog. It's a special one. There's like 2 kinds of them. Might be 3
Maltesers.
kinds of them.
Maltesers, did that say?
Oh, Maltesers.
Jesus.
Lovely, Peach.
Peach, you
Oh.
showing me. Peach, I can see it. You were showing me. I've got
No,
good
no,
eyes.
I did that on purpose, man. I'm not like Russ. I'm not hiding things. I let the random see it, you know. So you get the chance, and it doesn't last an hour.
Right then, and we've worked out that Tom, you're going to be the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. What about that?
Fresh
What's that,
Prince,
mate?
Fresh Prince of the Collins, dog. Fresh Prince of Toronto. Fresh
So,
Prince of
we've got-
Dagenham. Fresh Prince of Somerset, dog.
Right then, so we've got the mayor of Somerset, we've got the mayor of Dagenham, we've got the mayor of the River Thames, we've got the mayor of Toronto, we've got Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Brilliant.
What a lineup! What a lineup! Peach isn't in the building; he's in a car park.
Yeah.
Hey yo, we're master boys now, dog. Cause you know what? All we do now is zoom. Trust me, dog. We zoom.
Zuma.
Yeah. What do you think about that signing, Phil?
What, Zuma?
Yeah.
Zuma.
Yeah, it's a decent signing, I must say.
Yeah.
That was, especially coming from Chelsea.
Yep.
Got some decent attributes, so let's just hope he does well for us.
Yeah.
Yeah. If we could get a player in on loan, and this question is for James, and I'm coming to you, Jake, next. But if we could get a player on loan from Chelsea, out of 2 players, Ross Barkley or Loftus-Cheek, who would you choose?
Oh, that's a
Tough
good
one, isn't it? Good
That's
question.
a tough one.
Cheek for me. Loftus Cheek.
Yeah, 100%.
It'd probably be Loftus Cheek, but just. If you used to say about a loan for anyone in the Premier League, I'd go to Liverpool and get Origi out of there. I think he's the man that we need to go and get.
Good backup, mate, isn't he?
He'd be a great backup. I think he covers the Champions League. That's next year. The Europa League. That's the Europa League and different them sort of games. So I even think he comes in for the lesser games like Norwich and Brentford. You know what I mean? And things like that.
Yeah.
For me, mate, I wouldn't take any of them from Chelsea. I'd go to Liverpool and get Origi out there.
100. That's a good shout.
Right, Tom.
Sorry, mate. Barkley or Loftus Cheek?
That's the one.
Yeah. Do you know what? I'm not a massive fan of them both, mate, to be honest. I think Barkley started the season so well at Villa last year, didn't he? I thought, here we go, he's playing really well, and then just couldn't get in the team at the end of the season. Loftus Cheek done all right at Fulham, didn't he? But he wasn't great, was he? I mean, I don't want any of them, mate. If I had to take one of them, I'd take Barkley, I think, but because he's worked with Moyes before. But I'm not a big fan of them both, Jake. Your Peach.
What did he do for Villa? Like he hit the ground
struggled
running,
at the end of the season. Struggled, Peach, didn't he, at the end? Yeah, none of them, please, Peach. Don't want any of them.
Word up. Yo, Jake. Sorry, Jake. Have you heard about that youth from Juventus we're after? I think his name is Weston. He's a United States international, and we could get him on loan for like $5 million or some shit, man.
Don't know
I've
about
heard about him, but we're linked with so many players. I ain't got a clue, Pete, to be honest.
I'll tell you what, if that's the player that I'm thinking of, the American international, the ex-Schalke player, he's a good player, mate. Doesn't he? McKenna Weston, I think his name, isn't it? Is it McKenna, is it? H? Mackenzie Weston or Weston McKenzie. He's decent, mate. We get him, mate. That's dear. I'm getting excited even thinking about it.
There you go. I believe, Tom, you're going Saturday, aren't you, Palace? Are you going to be there?
Oh, mate, yeah, I'm looking forward to it, mate. Yeah, me and Dad are going up together. We're going to get about 12 o'clock to Stratford. Looking forward to it, mate. Yeah. First game since Southampton, mate, was the last time I went.
Yeah.
In February, so looking forward to it, boys.
Well. Can't wait to get back inside there.
Yeah, you're going, Jake, aren't you?
We're all going on a European tour. There was a few renditions of it at Newcastle away, but look, Peach is getting excited down there. Look, Peach is getting I'm excited to hear today, Peach.
Yo, my Malteser bar's all melted, dog. It is like soft as anything, man.
Eat it then.
Yeah. Get in the fridge.
No, it's like goo. It's like goo, dog. Like it's like flimsy, dog. It's like, yo, I gotta put this in the fridge when I get home.
Yeah. Gotta go in the fridge.
Pete, what car park are you in?
I put all my chocolates in the fridge, dog. That's the only way to have it.
That's the question I want to ask, right? What car park are you in?
Okay, so today, I'd like to take you on a tour of a car park. I am receiving Starbucks Wi-Fi. And thank you very much, Starbucks. Didn't even have to buy a Frappuccino. I just keep their Wi-Fi down. And then there's a burger shop, like right there. It's like similar to what you guys have, Wimpy's. It's called Harvey. Very, very similar. And so, I'm in between Harvey and Starbucks, sweating my bollocks off in the sun, though.
Yeah, it looks hot, mate.
It does look hot. Gary's asking you to take your phone out of the case because I think your audio is a bit muffled, Peach.
What's that, babe?
I think your audio is a bit muffled. Is your phone in the case?
Oh no! You know what? I got this new audio app. That's probably why. I got this new audio app and it has like a virtualizer on it. And I turned it all the way up.
That's why it's a bit muffled. Oh well. Before Peach, we were talking about Jesse Lingard. I completely forgot who I asked, what I asked. But this is what Peach does. Here, the man's here. The man is here.
What's your prediction, Peach? Right, you were so close. You were so close the other day. You said 5-1. and I laughed and I said, if 5-1 comes in against Leicester, I was going to buy you a year's supply of cider. I'm so glad it didn't. So, what's your prediction this weekend with Palace?
Okay, my phone's going off. Hold on 1 second. I'll be back. And oh no, is it still there? I can't see y'all.
All right, bye, Pete. Sorry, Gary.
The dramatic.
Brilliant.
And he's completely frozen. I'm going to kick him out. Right then. Honestly, I don't know how I cope for like 2 hours doing the Steve and Pete show every week. Imagine having Steve do that as well. I don't know how I did it. Jesse Lingard in the England squad, does it suggest that he's coming back to down? Has anyone want to mention on that?
I think there must be something in that. The only thing I can think of is because there's absolutely no way that a man who's got 5 minutes and he's going to be sitting on the bench gets in the England squad for me. Do you know what I mean? To me, it looks like he's going somewhere, but it's whether or not he's coming to us. That's the big question. I hope he is. I think he benefits our team, but for the England squad, it's very odd that you got a man who's literally surplus to requirements at Old Trafford and he's only played 5 minutes of football and he's in the England squad. So, yeah. Yeah.
I agree. Right then, let's just jazz things up a bit for the final part of the show. Tomorrow on West Ham Unofficial, I'll be joined by once again James. He's becoming part of the furniture.
Yeah, I'm here all week.
Here all week, and he will be joining me at 11:45 tomorrow on this channel to do the Europa League draw reaction live. So this is the best place to watch that. So subscribe, hit the notification bell, so you'll be notified when we go live. So you can come and give your thoughts. Here's a bit of a fun question to end on. Then, who would you like to see in our draw in terms of an away day? Tom, I'm going to start with you. The teams that are in it, I'm just going to just get a few out for you. Real Sociedad, Real Betis, Napoli, Lazio, Frankfurt, Leverkusen, Lyon, Marseille, Braga, Monaco, Moscow, Genk. You've got Sparta, Prague, Dynamo Zagreb, and some other places in Bulgaria, Hungary. What's one place you'd like to have a trip off to on an away day?
Mate, yeah, if we could afford it, Braga would be a good one, wouldn't it? That'd be brilliant, wouldn't it? Slavia Prague, mate. I think it would be good for the club to get Celtic or Rangers in a group. That'd be great, wouldn't it? One of them.
I'd love that.
I think the Spanish teams, I think, in the same pot as us. I don't think we can get them, mate. I was reading earlier. Sociedad and Betis. I don't think we can get them. We're in pot 3 apparently. I was reading, done a bit of research on it. So I don't think we can get them, but yeah, I mean, I'm really looking forward to the draw tomorrow, mate. Can't wait for it, to be honest. Got a feeling we'll get one of the Italians, Napoli or Lazio. They're the top seed, aren't they? Yeah, I mean, that'd be great to go one of them places, wouldn't it? Yeah, looking forward to the draw, mate. Really looking forward to that tomorrow. It'd be great to see what we get, wouldn't it?
Definitely. Phil, one place?
I've always wanted to go to the south of France, so...
Yeah.
Who've we got in France? Nice. Monaco.
That's its own country, really, but football-wise, they're French.
Lyon, Marseille. I want Marseille, the Payet derby.
There you go, that one.
See, we've pumped it up now. I want to go to the London Stadium and see how much abuse Dimitri Payet will get.
Yeah. I would love that.
That'd be interesting, wouldn't it?
I'd be waiting 5 years for that.
I think that means Napoli, Lazio, and of course Marseille. James?
I like Monaco. I like Marseille. I think any of them are nice places to go, as long as the journeys ain't miles and miles away, like Russia or Turkey or somewhere like that. Right? I'm hoping that our Europa League draw group is like between an hour and 3 hours in time difference travelling. Obviously, Genk's not a bad one. Belgium. Obviously, Lazio will be a good one because the West Ham Lazio connection there.
Yeah.
So any of them really, mate. But whoever we get, like, we will cross it. Obviously, Celtic Rangers are a possibility, which would be ideal for us. Our journey on the train or train on the plane up to Scotland. So it'd be interesting.
Yeah. James, I've got a good bit of news. It's took an hour and 19 minutes, but we've hit your like target of 35 likes.
Ah, well, do you know what I mean?
There we
We're all
go.
right.
Yeah.
Let's go for 70.
It's basically watching. Love it. Let's have a little look at some comments. Freshfielder says, think the Lingard call up is good for us. I agree. Gary says, as long as it's at home, anyone. Yes. Budapest says, fresh. Like to go to Budapest. 8 to 10 days to make a decision on away fans. I hope we can go. Imagine.
Where would you like to go, Jake? Where would you like to go?
I'd like to go. Personally, I'd like to go to somewhere like for Lazio, somewhere Napoli or Marseille. I'd like to go to like that part of France. Sounds good. That does. Can't lie.
Yeah,
right then. He's connected to some more Wi-Fi. Peach.
Oh, Peach is back.
We can't hear you. Is that just me? Yeah, we can't hear you. Yeah.
Can't hear him.
Yeah, we can't hear you. Yeah.
So, boys, I've got to go, Jake. But nice to speak to you. Nice to speak to you, James and Phil and Pete. Take care, and I'll speak to you soon.
Peach, we can't hear you.
Peach, you are the best mime I've ever heard in my life. You know what I mean? Look at him miming. Look. Back, street, back. All right. Peach, we cannot hear a word you're saying because your mic is off.
You just said, F off. I'm good at miming. Turn this way. No,
we still can't hear you, Peach.
All these audio.
Here we go.
Right, yeah. Okay,
he's busting out his late.
No.
He's busting out his latest rap tune. Here he is.
Hello.
He's back again. Look. No sound, Peach. No sound.
No. This is brilliant. Right, I'll kick him out. Like a singer from the 80s on top. Oh dear. Right then, anything else? Right, let's try again. Hello? No. Go and sort your audio out. Yeah, go and sort your audio out. He just went like this and back.
I know.
Forget it.
No, sorry, Peach. Right, anything else you'd like to talk about before we go, guys?
What's Phil's prediction for Saturday's game?
I don't know. I'm going to go for a 3-0 to us.
I like it. 3-0, confident.
Solid.
I've tried to get a Crystal Palace fan on. It's been unsuccessful for the preview on Friday night, so we'll have to work it out ourselves. I think Mike's going on the preview, but it's going to be a do or die for Palace this year. I think under Vieira, it's either going to go horribly wrong or horribly right. I think don't throw a bottle at Palace. That got a bit out of hand.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3-1. I can't find the comment, but somebody said it's all we do is score 4 goals.
Do you know what? I think if we score early, we'll roll Palace.
Yeah,
I really do. I think we can get at them early and get out, and we need to be playing that same intensity as we did against Leicester.
Bit of breaking news. Can we hear him?
Yeah, y'all can hear me now. I don't care. I done text it. Yo, I'm sorry. James is going on about Valencia. So it could keep going on about Valencia, but you asked for my score prediction. Like on the chase, Bradley Walsh always says, like, stick with your gut. If like you want to press A, B, or C, it's like stick with your gut. So my gut's telling me 3-1, but I want to say 5-1 again. But no, I'm going to stick with 3-1. Anyways, you were talking about Valencia. Sorry to interrupt. That was rude. Go on.
First things first, who's talking about Valencia? And second thing, we ain't talking about Valencia, we're talking about Palace.
Oh, okay. I'm hearing things. Sorry, go on.
Right. Question before we go, Peach, is I'm going to read out all of the possible teams and countries we could go to in the Europa League, and I want you to pick to one place that you'd like West Ham to go. So, are you ready?
All right.
Spain, Italy, Germany, France, Portugal, Netherlands, Russia, Belgium, Denmark, Czech Republic, Croatia, Bulgaria, Hungary. One place you'd like to see us go, Peach.
Okay, so is it like because I want to go to the place and I think we'll get a result there, or it's just I want to go to the place, or I want to play a team in that country?
Just do what you want. One.
Okay, so the
One
first, I'm picking two: Spain and Portugal.
I like it.
Decent.
What about
Yeah.
Marseille, the Payet derby?
No, because if I go to Payet, I'm going to buy a gun and I might get in trouble because I'm going to look for Payet.
No, Peach, you cannot say that.
You say you can't be committing crimes.
No,
mate.
I never said what kind of gun. It could be like a Nerf gun or like
Listen, you
a
can't
paint
get
gun.
You're not going to get a spud gun and start shooting with your
Right,
potatoes,
Nerf
are you?
gun.
I'll get a Nerf gun and just keep pinging him off in his head with the Nerf gun, and that'll annoy him more than him getting like done in. Like stupid snaky man.
Stupid,
Such a
sneaky
snaky man. Doesn't he realize he rebuilt his career at West Ham, got onto the French team under Deschamps, who I think is a stupid person, Deschamps. But it's like, doesn't he realize like West Ham did that for him, and then just because his wife got homesick, he's like, oh, I gotta whoops. Like, yo, grow a pair, man. Like he should have
Hang on,
stayed in
Peach.
East London, man. Go on.
Peach, we've got a G.
Who's the G?
Antonio.
Oh, come on. That's not that. No, see, you got it all wrong, Doc. You got it all wrong. There's two. Okay, Jake, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you the code of the streets, right?
Okay.
This is the code of the streets. There's a G, and then there's an OG.
All
This man right there is an OG. You get what I'm saying?
An OG, right? Okay.
Yeah,
Right.
original gangster. You could be a gangster, but yo, you take some doing being an original gangster. And Antonio. You watch, the police are gonna come soon, and I'm yelling from like the
He's
rafters.
outside. Someone's going to come out their house in a minute.
Yo, look, there's houses like all there. There's houses all there, dog. 'Cause I ain't even playing with you.
What's
What are you
that?
saying, Anton? You good?
Yeah, good, mate. Busy day today. Is everyone all well?
Yeah, not
All
too,
good, all good.
not too bad. We're
Cool,
just
man.
discussing, Anton, one place you'd like to go on a European tour in spite of the Europa League draw tomorrow. One place
Yeah,
where
buzzing.
we could go.
I'm buzzing about the draw tomorrow. I'm so excited about it. Like, yeah. So I'm starting to think that they're going to ban fans from traveling to away games, which I'm really concerned about, and I think they probably are going to do it. So for me, ideally, in the most ideal world, I mean, any of the like, just Europe away must be it. France, Spain, Italy. France. I'm probably more French in Spain than I am Italy. Germany for the beer festivals. Could you imagine if beer festivals in Germany? Oh my word! Like, but realistically, if we don't get to away games, the only away games we could get to
Is that
or
the
if we
All
draw a team from Scotland.
Yeah, easy for you.
So-
Easy for a home game for you, Anton, isn't it, out there?
Yeah, so currently, from my understanding, Rangers qualified tonight, and I know Celtic were getting beat, but I think they're still ahead on aggregate.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Comfortable.
How are Spurs
So
getting on? Let's have a
the-
look. Are they still losing?
Yeah, I mean, if we can only go to the UK grounds, then if we got one of those teams, the Battle of Britain would be quite good.
It would be.
Yeah,
It
that
would
would be magic, and it wouldn't be that far of a trip for the boys, so they wouldn't have too much fatigue. You know what I mean?
How important, though, Anton, is it that we are like between 1 and 3 hours away, like travelling time, that we're not going to somewhere like Turkey or
Yeah.
Greece or somewhere like
Yes.
that?
Yeah, what do you mean? Like, it's how frustrating it would be.
Yeah, basically that, and also with like with the squad, right? Obviously, you got
Like travel time and stuff.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
I mean, I think we know that the games, even out with travel time, is going to be a lot of impact on the squad. That's why we're desperately crying out for strength and depth, obviously. So that's going to be a huge impact. But see, if I'm being brutally honest, I want the biggest teams that are available in that league.
I want every if we pulled out 3 big teams, I would be happier than that than traveling to minnows in the Europa League, to be honest, because there's no point in going in it. Really, you want to be competing at that level, and if you can turn up, I tell you what, I'm more confident with this West Ham side in this draw than I've ever been with us being in Europe for I don't know how many years, whenever the last time it was. Because that 11, as we all know, or that 14 that we've got, I mean, yeah, man. Like, could you imagine? I mean, look at Pablo Fornals getting called up to the Spanish squad.
Talked about that earlier. Yeah,
that's brilliant.
Did you see the video?
Yeah,
I saw it. Yeah,
I loved it. How good was that?
Yeah. It was
I mean,
cool.
the boss man, he's talking to the camera, and then he gets these bags with the names on it, and he walks up and he individually puts the name tag up, and I'm just like, could you imagine Southgate doing that? I mean, I think that'd be quality. Like,
yeah.
So I mean, with players like Pablo, and it's a no-brainer now. We know that Yarmolenko's going to be staying. We know that this squad is going to be staying. Whatever players we add to it, touchwood we do. Then buzzing, bring on the biggest team you can give us. Who is the biggest teams anyway? Marseille, Lazio,
Napoli,
Leon, Bayern Leverkusen.
Napoli, Leon, Leverkusen.
about
Bring them
it.
all on.
Yeah. I can actually bring up on screen what it says on the website. I'm just going to bring it up for you now. I have got research as to where I'm on in for the draw tomorrow. I haven't really looked at it yet. I've never had to worry about it. Right, here we go. So this is the teams that are in it. I'm not quite sure what all the stars and all of that jazz means, but that's currently.
I think that's qualification. If they have to qualify, or they already had to qualify or something like that.
Something makes me think, and correct me if I'm wrong, we're currently in pot 2.
3. We're in pot 3, Anton.
Did we move into pot 3? That's what I was going to ask. We were in pot 2 earlier today, but maybe it was dependent on the Rangers game and the Celtic game. So we've moved into pot 3.
Yeah, we're in pot 3. I'm sure of it. I see that earlier on because a lot of the other clubs, like the Monaco, qualified. They go in pot 1 straight away because they're a well-established European club. But I must admit, it's a good size in there. It really is. Like nice places to go, and obviously, if Jake could put that back up again, that'd be good. We'll see what places we don't want to go, like Hungary, Bulgaria.
Bulgaria's lovely. I like Bulgaria. It's nice not there.
Oh, Bulgarian women are dynamite. How do you believe? I ain't even playing with you.
Just to dampen the mood, literally.
Only Peach can say that.
Yeah, got some good places. Got some good places to go. So let's hope we get a nice draw.
It's just good to be in the draw. I'm looking forward to watching the draw. I mean, I'm assuming everyone in their auntie and uncle and gran and granddad in terms of a West Ham YouTube channel is probably going to do a live stream tomorrow. So I think you'll have about 40 million West Ham fan channels doing streams tomorrow. We're doing one. Jake, I don't know if you're doing one. Everyone's probably doing one.
He is doing one.
Yeah,
it's 22 years, Anton.
I know, but I think I'm just so excited.
I'm just going to be going from channel to channel, dog.
I'm excited about seeing our name pop out and them calling out our name. It's cool, man. It's really cool.
Yeah.
Let's just hope we do ourselves justice.
I know. Tomorrow you can dip in and out of Anton's one. You come in, when you can say hello, there. You can go everywhere. We'll be live.
Nah,
don't worry, we'll be live.
Just go to West Ham Unofficial. Forget us, man. Go to West Ham Unofficial.
James. Astra Google aren't in the draw, are they?
No, mate. Thank goodness.
Thank God.
It will be here tomorrow. There it is.
Oh, I like that thumbnail, Jake.
That's the last thing we need.
They're nice, aren't they, Anton?
Did they not get? Did Astra Gugu not get relegated from their league?
Yeah,
I didn't know that, man. Wow, good.
They was in the cup. They was in the cup final, weren't they? If they would have won the cup final, they would have got a European spot. So, thank goodness for that.
Yeah, 100%.
I know. Right then to finish off, we've said this about 20 times, but to finish off, Anton, I'm going to go around all of you. Anton, I'll start with you. One player that we are currently being linked with that you take, realistically, you know,
I mean,
who we
are we counting Zuma?
No,
No, Zuma's in the door.
that's
He's in the
cheating.
front door.
I mean, for me, it's for me Lingard.
Yeah.
Good shout.
And I asked, it's funny. I was locally where I live. There's another massive West. I live in like a little village in Scotland, up in Scotland, and there's a massive West Ham fan that lives around the corner. We've known each other for years. He's been going to games and stuff like that. And he spoke to me today, and he said to me, which is probably a point that a lot of people would raise, would you not be worried if Lingard came back to what would happen with Benny? And I said, I get that, but there's 60 games to be played.
Yeah.
I said, I can't imagine one particular player who would play the 60 games, physically play the 60 games. So every player this season in particular is gonna have a lot of game time this year.
Yeah. Phil, one player.
It's Lingard, isn't it? It's got to be. Can't really think of anybody else.
Peach.
So,
God.
what I'm doing is I'm doing 2 for 1 because they come from the same. Well, no, they don't come from the same team, but I'm still going to do two for 1. Ruben Loftus-Cheek and Carvalho.
You don't like Carvalho, don't you? Oh, we've lost. Well, James did say his battery was only on a 60% when we started. That's probably why he's gone.
Anton, have you seen Carvalho play? He's fire, man.
I seen. Is it Norwich are linked to him tonight?
Oh, were they?
Are you talking about the Fulham one?
The boy from Fulham.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were talking about William Carvalho.
Yeah, that's what.
No. Young 18-year-old striker from Fulham. Magic. And I know that Ruben Loftus-Cheek was playing with on the same team as him last season. I forgot he's still a Chelsea player. But yeah, if I had to pick one, it would be Loftus-Cheek because he has Premier League experience. I'm tempted to say Gatan Laborde, but he doesn't have Premier League experience, so you never know what's going to happen. So yeah, Ruben Loftus-Cheek, and yeah, if we could get a second in, Carvalho, he'll probably play a bunch of under 23 games, but I think he'd be good from January onwards, or maybe be going for him in January. So yeah, Ruben Loftus-Cheek.
Whose idea was it for the diva on the thumbnail? Well. I don't think that looks half bad.
Go on.
I don't think that looks half bad, Anton, does it? It's a bit...
No, you look like a pimp. No, your girlfriend would be proud of that picture, guy. Whatever her name is. Amelia, Joanna, I don't know, whatever her name is.
Your head. Peach, get Joanna out of your head.
Okay, so what's her name? What's her name?
We're not going there.
Me.
That's exclusive to the player rating show because that is me and Matt's next protest next week. Matt wants t-shirts with its abomination on. We got our own, so that's what we're expecting next. That's what Matt wants. But very nice thumbnails. Thank you very much, Anton. Thank you very much.
Listen, I never made them. You made them.
I did.
That's a big shout out.
Oh, here we go. Jake's mum's blaming Anton. It took 2 hours. It took 2 hours for 3 pictures. No, they have to be right. I took 4 pictures actually, and it took about 10 minutes. Did not take 2 hours.
I just showed you some hints and tips, and then you done all the work yourself. So.
Well, not quite, but anyway.
No point in me doing it for you. You need to learn. So.
Any other random nonsense anyone wants to talk about before we head?
Yes. And I'm going to talk about this on my show later on. But let me pull out. Oh, Push Peach professional notes. Hold on 1 second, please. Okay, so. Yeah, I said about his name. I wrote his name down. Beaver. Hold on. It is Weston. Weston McKenzie. That's his name. Oh, what do you think about selling Diop? No, thank you. Why would we do that? Because the partnership that Zuma and Diop could form, both speaking French, they're both young-ish, especially Diop.
Peach.
Why would you sell him?
Peach. Where did you hear the Diop thing? I'm just intrigued.
Fan zone, West Ham fan zone, or
Put it on Twitter.
it was on. It was on. Yeah, it was on. Yeah, it was on newsmail.co.uk, West Ham United, and I think it was Hammers Fan Zone or Hammers News, maybe Hammers News, Hammers Fan Zone, something like that.
X basically said that that clubs have inquired about him. But of course, people took it as if he's going to.
He's absolutely. I mean, Moyes has clearly stated he wants 4 central defenders. So to bring in Zuma and sell Diop doesn't make sense. So it's a non-starter. Doesn't mean that teams wouldn't be interested. I bet you there's teams been interested in many of our players this year. So,
Do you think though Diop and Zuma could do a good partnership though, Anton?
I'm concerned. I'm not going to lie, right? I like Zuma. I said last night in our video, I wouldn't be bothered if we didn't get him, but I'll back him if we sign him. So I think he's a good centre half. I mean, he's played at the highest level and he's won stuff and he's, blah blah blah. But I'm just slightly concerned that the fact that if you put Diop and Zuma, who are both, I keep saying it, are 2 stepping out defenders. They both step out. They both commit. Not one of them stays back. Naturally sits back. So if you've got 2 defenders that commit, that leaves us wide open from behind. So that's my only concern.
One thing I'm going to say is, Phil, would you be up for that perhaps next year? When Ogbonna might be losing his legs slightly and might be losing his way, Diop and Zuma, or do you think that's a catastrophe waiting to happen?
No.
It could be, but we don't know. If we'll see how Zuma fares this season.
Cresswell and Tufal would just have to step in. That's it. It can be done. It can be done. Well, they're going to have to learn. They're going to have to learn that.
The only thing is, by putting some trust in Moyes, which we have, it's not really gone wrong yet. I think, especially, it's not really gone wrong. Apart from Jordan Hugo. Really, is that it?
What a signing! What a signing that was, dog.
But the point is, if he brings in Zuma, there must be something in him that he sees, and there must be a partnership that he sees somewhere. So if he comes in, I mean, it wouldn't have been my number 1 target, but who am I? Like I said last night, who am I? I'm Anton that sits in Scotland speaking about the club he loves. I'm not getting paid $1 million bucks to choose the team and do this. So 100% I back.
But the thing is, though, one thing I can see is Areola, Diop, and Zuma, all French speaking.
Thank you.
Imagine that. There's a plan there, isn't there? Like Areola next year is going to be number 1, and then you're going to have Zuma, who's going to arguably be there for the next 5 years, unless he performs absolutely unbelievable and gets sold for a lot of money. And obviously, there's the other defender, obviously, either Bonner, Diop, and Dawson. So it's going to be where they're all French speaking. I think communication with Diop's a bit of an issue and all. I don't know why.
I kind of think that he's obviously going to be a good person potentially to have in the changing room.
Yes.
But he's young, and he's got. I think the biggest thing. It must be the biggest thing for Moyes. Moyes has been obviously he's chosen Zuma because of potentially loads of reasons, but I bet you Premier League experience
and team spirit too. Yeah,
it's probably key. So he literally fits straight in. He won't start straight away because I don't think he would start straight away unless an injury or whatever. Was it you were saying that last night, James? Were you saying would he start straight away? I think you were saying that. I don't think you would because I don't think Moyes' history suggests that a new player starts straight away if we're playing well. But in theory, if say someone picked up an injury, then in theory Zuma's ready to rock and roll because he's got Premier League experience. He knows the league.
Dawson,
would you have preferred to select a car? Because he's left-footed and he's also a central defender, like centre half.
if you were giving me a choice from the, if you said Kaletakar, Zuma, or Milenkovic, I personally would have chose Milenkovic personally.
Word up. Okay.
But that, I mean, again, who am I? So I don't know. Like, I just thought,
if this window was to shut though, tomorrow, like, if this window shuts and we've only got Zuma and Areola in, how would you judge this window?
Not good enough.
I would be concerned. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't flap personally, because what are we to? I know it's not ideal. But what are we to the January transfer window? If we, is it September the 1st, whatever it is? So September, October, November, December, 4 months, a lot of games. It's like another risk, but we all are very aware that Moyes will work with a small squad. He's done it at Everton. He's showing signs of doing it at West Ham. He'd rather work with a small squad and run and kind of run risks. I think there is an element of Moyes. I do think there's a board element as well. I don't doubt that for a second. But I do think still keeps calling Moyes dithering. I think that's borderline harsher. But he kind of probably is. He must be.
Yeah, me too.
Because we had that. What was his name? Jake on the Mike from Blue Boys Network or whatever.
Oh, he was wicked. He was wicked.
Yeah,
man.
he said he's the one that said that Moyes works with a small squad. We were craving players, and he just wouldn't go and sign them for the sake of doing it. He just refuses to do it. I genuinely feel sometimes Moyes would. I'm exaggerating here, but he would look at social media and look at the Sky News and go, Sky Sports News, West Ham are close to signing Milenkovic. He's like, pull the deal. I know that's not the real thing, right? I'm just jesting, but it just feels a bit like that. The minute you hear players close, he's like, screw that. I don't think that's the truth, but.
Let's take some comments then before we go on to the last thing. James Bond says, last season proved we needed 4 central defenders. This season we'll be having a lot more games. I completely agree. You lot ready to make some noise on Saturday? I am, that's for sure. Definitely. Anton, with your name, you've put it as Antonio. So what do you want to say about our leading Premier League goal scorer? Fire away.
Mate, I love the guy. I really do. Like, he went through he got a bit of stick from West Ham fans. Yeah. When he during the kind of, do you remember what was it, the game he had to just hold the ball in the Palace away? He had to hold the ball in the corner. That's all he had to do.
Last minute thing. Yes.
We conceded.
Yeah.
It was during that time. That he was getting a lot of stick. But before that, he was already kind of consistently getting a reasonable amount of goals for it. He was kind of nicking away and getting the odd goal here, there, and everywhere. But, fair play. What Moyes has done to him and what he's become. I mean, he's become borderline unplayable up top. He's phenomenal. Like, those 2 goals. Do you know what else as well? See, currently West Ham are affording our striker, if you think about it. Antonio had 6 chances against Leicester.
Yeah,
something like that. He had probably the same amount against Newcastle. He set up 1 against Newcastle. He scored 1 against Newcastle. He scored 2 against Leicester. Set up 1 against Leicester. The guy is a beast. West Ham are creating opportunities, and he's getting chances. And I love the guy. Love the guy.
What about that second goal though? Like against Leicester, that was a clinic for strikers to like.
I thought the first goal was a world class finish though.
Yeah,
that too.
That was well. If that was Lukaku, and Lukaku had done that, everyone would be and I thought that was world class. But I must admit, I thought that all the front 4 played well. Not just Antonio. I thought Bowen was brilliant. Like, he looks like he's lost weight, faster, sharper, quick on the turn. Fornals was man of the match, and Benrahma does what he does, which is assist and score. Yeah. And,
Right then, so we're going to leave it there. Thank you to everyone that's come on. Thank Anton, Pete, Shan, especially. Thank you very much, James. You did the show earlier. You've done this there. Hopefully you'll be awake for 11:45 tomorrow. I won't blame you.
I'll be there, mate. Don't worry. I'm going to see us draw out some sort of team in Bulgaria or something. Do you know what I mean? But it's a European tour.
Peach would definitely like that.
Yo, listen. James, don't tell your missus, man. But we're gonna go to like two like pubs, nightclubs, two things, Tiger, and just talk to some Bulgarian women.
Holly,
dog. Just talk
Holly,
to them.
if
That's
you're
it,
watching,
dog. You know what
if
I'm
you're
saying?
watching this, Holly, none of this is true. He's
No.
everyone's doing it.
Your man won't do anything, Holly. We're just talking, dog. We're just talking.
I thought it was Amelia.
Nah, that's Jake's.
It's Amelia. It's Joanna. Yo, I don't know what her name might be Bubbles, for all I know, dog. How do you mean? I have no idea, man.
Bubbles the cat.
Honestly, I blame this all on Daya.
Sir.
It's all going on
Hey,
Daya.
Jake, good luck on the award thing. You deserve it 100%. You're legendary, son. And you know what? Never forget where you came from. And Anton Stell, they got something, you know, that never forget the man them. You get what I'm saying? Trust me. Never forget the man them and your mom and dad in that. Because I don't doubt that you'll win it. But never forget where you came from, dog. Straight up.
Jakey boy, what's he talking about? What is it people have got to do?
Football Content Awards. Have you not heard about it?
What did you say? Anton, he's taking the pee. He's taking the pee.
No, hang on.
Can you do me a favour? Can you remind me what I need to do?
Oh, yeah. Peach, this is Swift. So, if you didn't know, Anton clearly didn't know, that I'm in the final of the Football Content Awards. And what you could do is by using this link, if you haven't already, Peach is loving it, is you can click this link here. All you've got to do is click that link, scroll down a bit, go to Best Young Content Creator, click the drop-down bar, click Jake Cox, go to the bottom, click Vote Now. What's that, like 6 clicks and you voted. It'd be greatly appreciated. You can vote on the Football Content Awards Instagram as well, on the Best Young Content Creator Instagram post, and you can go to my Twitter for all information on that as well. Peach's exception speech, emotional.
You deserve it, big boy. You deserve it, big boy. Trust me.
I could just imagine Peach walking in the Royal Lancaster Hotel.
You never know. It might be some odd couple things with like a 6'5" tall man and like a 5'5" small man, dog. Me and Anton just walking through like, yo, what up, Jake? Trust me, I ain't even playing with you, dog. And then Fever comes in rolling through the back, dog. Trust me, yo.
Coming through the back door.
Yo, coming through the back door, dog. Trust me, with all the ciders, dog. Straight up.
Peach, you're like this. You've probably seen it about 5 times. This is true. This is Big Boy and Big Boy together, isn't it? Or
yes, that's dope. That's dope, man.
What's more funny about that picture? It's not Anton. It's not Jake. It's the bloke sitting there going, "What's going on here?"
Yeah.
He's like, what are they doing?
Yo, that's a meme right there, dog. That is a meme right there.
It's probably this program, bless it.
Mate, I'm going to put it on Twitter. Does anyone know that man?
That never gets off. I'm sorry, Anton. That just never gets off.
You could put like, you know when people talking to things and there's that bubble thing and it's just like like HMMMMMMM. Trust me, that's dope. That's dope.
Posh Peach going round the back with all his ciders in his back pockets. You can see
it. Oh yes. Oh, jolly hockey sticks. Oh yes. Trust me, man. Yo, good luck. Good luck. My phone's gonna cut out still. You know, big up Anton, big up James, big up Jake. Yo, Jake, do a little video for KDK because it's her birthday today, and I'm gonna have her on the show later on when you're asleep. So, like, if you could just say happy birthday because she loves your socks off, dog. That'd be much appreciated. And Fever will be up because he's a night owl, dog. Anton will be busy like writing plans to take over the world. So like, yo, I already know that.
I don't know how people, James, I do not know how you stay up late, mate. I mean, I'm like, I've got massive bags under my eyes. I'm totally screwed in. I end up going to bed.
I know, mate. I know. I'm up late, and I get up early. And it's just like, I'm just like
Anton,
4 hours skip, and I'm good.
Anton will be too busy schooling Stell how to make watch longs, how to make thumbnails. Isn't that right, Anton?
Just to teach him how to use YouTube.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ask them where our hoodies are, dog. Like, still, where are our hoodies, dog? Like, no. But anyway, so listen. And Anton, big yourself up. James, big yourself up. I'll see you later on tonight. Jake, big yourself up. Good luck in the one thing. I got 2 batteries left, so it's gonna shut out, and I don't want to be rude. So, peace out. West Ham Random. Y'all know I love all of y'all, man. Straight up.
Bye-bye. Right. On that note,
All right.
anything else? All right. Cheers, Peach. On that note, anything else, James, Anton, before we go? I've said that for the last hour, but
I know, mate. I know you have. Now, listen, just to keep it short and sweet, it's a big game Saturday. We've got to maintain this standard at West Ham, and Palace are going to give us a different challenge on Saturday. They're going to. It's going to be a more try and break this team down, and they're going to sit there. They're going to hold us, and they're going to try and hit us on the break. So we've got to keep the standards the same and go out and get a positive result Saturday, and we will still be top of the league by Saturday evening.
love it. And Anton?
For the Europa League, the bigger they come, the harder they fall.
I love it. Love it. Thank you very much, especially James. You've been here. You've been here tonight. Thank you very much. He's like part of the furniture. He is. And of course, Anton, who now looks like he's not going to go and get some kips, so there'll be no late there'll be no late show for you lot tonight.
Well, I know, but then Stella messaged me, and then the next thing will be on, so probably.
We'll leave it there. Come on, you guys. Thanks to everyone in the chat as always, and we'll catch you in the next one. See you tomorrow, 11:45 Europa League draw. So will everyone else be, but we'll be here anyway. And we'll catch you in the next one. Cheers, guys. Bye bye.